everybody, Tom from PC Gamer here at PAX South with Kevin, developer of Livelock. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
And so for those who don't know, tell me a little bit about what Livelock is.
Sure, we're really excited to talk about it here. Livelock is a post-human, top-down, co-op action extravaganza. You're a robot which has a human consciousness uploaded onto it, and you're destroying tons of enemy robots that have gone wild and are ravaging the Earth's surface.
You say post-human rather than post-apocalypse or anything like that?
That's right. It's a post-human world. There's a cataclysmic event about 150 years in the future from now that's wiped out all the biological life on Earth. So all the plants, all the animals, all the humans. And you're one of the few, which is a human consciousness uploaded onto a huge mechanical body. And it's your job to restore order back to the planet's surface.
And so the game sort of played similar to like a twin-stick shooter. We were moving 3 players together through a level, clearing out these waves of enemies. Can you talk a little bit more, like, what do you see as the general gameplay loop of the game?
Absolutely. We're definitely inspired by old-school arcade-style twin-stick shooters, but what we wanted to do for Livelock is really bring it to the next level and evolve a little bit. So our enemies are much more complex. They have more interesting behaviors and artificial intelligence. And as a player, it's your job to sort of learn what their weaknesses are and what their strengths are, and really exploit the enemy AI and take them out as quickly as possible.
And I noticed that there was upgrading. As you play more, you gain experience, you level up, and then you can spend money or the in-game currency on more upgrades. But is there any sort of loot? Is there like how much of an RPG element is there to this game? So
yeah, there's definitely some RPG elements within the game. As you play through, your character levels up and you unlock new weapons and new special abilities that you can choose. In addition, there's also cosmetic items that can drop from the elite enemies and the bosses. So you can have a nice cape like Hex has, and you can have a really interesting armor coloring on your character. So there's lots of ways that you can customize and really personalize your character just by playing through the game.
And how will progression work? Because when we played, we jumped into a mission and we specifically had this objective, and it was rather linear through that map. Is that how most of the game is?
So in Livelock, we have 2 different game modes. There's the campaign mode, which is the main story arc of the game. You play through 3 separate acts that take place on different parts of the Earth. And as you're playing through the campaign story, you learn a little bit about what happened to the humans, what happened directly after the cataclysm. We also have another game mode called Open Protocol mode. And this mode has levels which are more procedurally generated, where it's a different level every time. There's different combinations of enemies, there's different numbers of enemies. We've scattered loot throughout the levels, so that's more of a replayable game mode that you can really sink your teeth into.
I was going to ask also specifically, how much do you see people replaying through the campaign as well? In something like Diablo, you can play through the campaign 800 times or whatever they want you to do. So is that sort of an aspect of Livelock as well?
So in our game, we have a core campaign mode story, but we have different modes of difficulty that you can play through. Also, we've only released the information about our first character, Hex, but we'll be releasing more information soon. So you can actually replay the game with the other characters, and you can play the game at the higher levels of difficulty for an added challenge.
And can we expect any sort of PvP or anything like that?
Right now, we're focused on just delivering a really solid PvE experience that you can pick up and play with your friends and have a lot of fun bashing up enemy robots.
Cool. Well, thanks very much for speaking with us, and stay tuned at PCgamer.com for more from PAX South.